Hey, it's Jeff Garber. Welcome to part 3 in my Money Foundations video series. And if you watch the first 2, you'll know that we're up to a very important topic, and the rule is called the Rule of 72. I wanted to explain how that works and show you an illustration as well. So the Rule of 72 is a banker's rule, and Albert Einstein calls compound interest the 8th wonder of the world. And the Rule of 72 basically states that whatever your rate of return is on an investment, if you divide that by 72, that'll tell you how many years it'll take your money to double. So let's use 9%. That's an easy number. 9 goes into 72 8 times. So if you were getting a 9% average rate of return, 9 into 72 is 8, which means every 8 years, your money's going to double. So if you had $10,000 in the beginning, in 8 years, that would go to 20. And then in another 8 years, that would go to 40. And in another 8 years, that would go to 80. And then another 8 years, that would go to 160. So you can see the compounding and doubling effect of your money can lead to some substantial wealth building. And what I want to show you is a calculator on how we can determine the future value of money. And then I want to give you an example, a real mind-blowing example as well of how this works. So let's get started. So the Rule of 72 simply states that we have a lump sum to invest. Let's pretend it's 0. So if you were going to do a refinance, let's pretend that we ran the numbers and it shows that you're going to save $150 a month. And instead of adding that to your mortgage, we decide we're going to invest $150 a month. And we'll say that the rate of return on that is 6%. And we'll say that your new mortgage of 30 years is a good time period, so we're going to invest that money for 30 years. Instead of paying our mortgage off, calculate, and now the money that we have at 6% rate of return over 30 years could get to about $151,000. Now this money, again, meets the rules of safety, liquidity, and rate of return. This money is safe because you have access to it in your own account, not trapped in the walls of your house. It's liquid, meaning you can convert it from the investment it's in to cash if you need it to weather any types of storm, any emergencies in life. And you're getting a rate of return on your money that's compound. So the Rule of 72 is the key on how to grow your wealth. And you most commonly probably know this, and you're taught this, and you're told this for investments, especially long-term 401k, retirement investments of putting a certain amount of money away and letting that money grow and compound over time. And that can and does work. The problem is a lot of people end up either borrowing or taking money from these investments, thinking that they can put it back. But once you start doing that, it really does break the compound effect. So the idea is to leave that money alone and let the Rule of 72 work for you. So I want to follow up with a question for you, or an offer, so to speak, a fun, friendly offer. So if I said to you, would you take $500 cash right now from me? Or if I gave you a penny and it doubled every day for 30 days, you would get the result of that. Which one would you take right now? 9 out of 10 people say they'll take the $500. That's easy money. Some people say, I know it's a trick question, so I'll take the penny doubling, but they don't really know why. Well, let me show you. Before I show you, think about that. So if I gave you a penny today, and day 1, that 1 cent only goes to 2 cents. Day 2, that 2 cents goes to 4 cents. So how much money could you really have in 30 days? $100, $150? I don't know. Well, if you said, hey Jeff, I'll take you up on the penny offer, well, you would be the smart person there. You would be thanking me up and down the wall too, versus $500. A penny doubling every day for 30 days is going to get you over $5 million. Yet the first 17 days it takes just to break even almost to what I told you I'd give you $500. But look from day 17 on. When 655 doubles once, then twice, and then doubles again and again and again. Look at the compounding effect of money doubling. All right, and you really see it from day 28 to 30, 1 million to 2 million to 5 million. And look, if we had one more day of doubling in there, that 5 million is over $10 million. All right, so the whole point of this is to understand the rule of 72 and compound interest, and how it really is the eighth wonder of the world. So I hope you've enjoyed these 3 videos that I have on money foundations. Again, the goal with anything you do financially is always to have safety, liquidity, and rate of return in mind. If you can do that and leave the emotion at the front door and ignore what a lot of the big companies push out there on their commercials, playing on your emotions, knowing they know exactly what buttons to push. But of course they do. They spend billions and billions of dollars on advertising. You think they're doing that for your benefit? No, they want to make money. How do they make money? You probably know the answer by now. It's by getting all of our money and investing all of our money and having compound interest work for them. So I hope this helps. Any comments, leave them below. If you'd like to schedule an appointment with me, you can do that as well. I look forward to hearing from you. Have a great one.